Hello friends, we shall now discuss another interesting topic, holistic awareness, how it can allow us to identify opportunities and effectively act upon it. When I say holistic awareness, it is divided into three parts. First one is self-awareness, the second is collective awareness, and the third is universal awareness. The self-awareness is about knowing oneself, that is, who am I, or know thyself. So, this is all about the individual's awareness, and when the individual reacts with a community or with another set of people, then we call it collective awareness when they work together. And when these two awareness interact with each other, then we get another kind of awareness, that is the connection to the universe through oneness. You are connected through to the universe through yoga or any other kind of exercise which can take you to the appreciation of environment and for the universal oneness that we are all interconnected. So when we talk about self-awareness, we have to find out who am I, which to me it was earlier days, I was very puzzled, how do you find that out? I did a lot of research work on it, and what my perception which I gathered is that self-awareness is created by the memory you generate starting from the pregnancy of the mother when you are in the womb. You start recording information and data into your brain. And when a child is born, he further interacts, explores, observes, and then all these memories starts getting recorded into the brain. And when that happens, the next step is through intelligence, which I'll come to later, what intelligence is, that with this information and data, which earlier on was given by Adhyapak and today by Google. See, this is the system I'm talking about, is the Gurukul system, the ancient system, Indian system, which starts with recording of information and data. The second is, in this process, is knowledge. Now when you convert information and data into certain useful things, it becomes knowledge. Knowledge is the conversion of information and data into useful things. But these are concepts, they are not in action. So the third point which comes into my mind is the skill. Earlier days, the skill was given by Acharya, like in Mahabharata you must have read, Dronacharya, Kripacharya and all, they used to give skills to the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And this is how the skill was sort of put into motion, and the skill in the present day time is given by coaches. The modern word for them is coaches, like you have a football coach, you have a cricket coach, you have a bowling coach or a batting coach, things like that go on. And the fourth stage is the stage of insight. When you go through the first three steps, you start getting insights. When you concentrate, work for hours, and it says that with 10,000 hours you can master the insights into a particular system. That is the ballpark figure people talk about these days. And this insight in the ancient time was given by Pandit, and now you have plenty of other things available in terms of digital technology which can give you all these details, the analytics which gives you those kind of insights. And from insight you go, when you extrapolate that into imagination, you start getting vision. And the person who used to give it earlier was Drashta, or a visionary leader. Now that part is taken care by artificial intelligence, computers, and many of the other digital gadgets. Now once you have these 5 steps taken, the 6th step is wisdom. And wisdom even now is given by a guru, one who is totally enmeshed into these 5 steps, who has experienced this to the hilt. he becomes a guru, he has got a lot of knowledge, lot of skills, everything into one person. So that person is very important, and once he takes his disciples into with him, then he tries to develop a kind of an awareness by connecting the dots of all these 6 steps. So a person then is ready with an awareness mind. Now what happens is, the awareness is created by memory. Now once you start getting memory, the second day or the third day, or each moment, this memory part goes on increasing, the volume of the memory goes up. And the memory is there in most of the parts in the brain, so it is not fixed at one place. So people still don't know what kind of connections it has, but somehow or the other all the memory interacts with intelligence to get even bigger. And with that intelligence you are able to use that memory for the awareness. More the memory, more the interaction with intelligence, more is the awareness. So once you have this kind of awareness, you are becoming bigger and bigger in terms of who am I. And the same thing applies to the other areas of collective awareness and also the universal awareness. And when intelligence acts with open mind, open heart and open free will, with balance of ethos, pathos and logos. Ethos is ethics, logos is logic and pathos is emotions. Once you have all these things together, then you become very, very effective. So this is how the awareness system works, and with this awareness your vision becomes much bigger. You are able to understand things, you are able to spot opportunities, you are able to identify opportunities. Now, one thing which I have not discussed so far is the intelligence. Well, there are 2 very interesting theories on intelligence. One is by Professor of Psychology, Harvard University, Dr. Howard Gardner. He has the theory of multiple intelligence, which says the brain is pre-wired for each individual for 9 basic types of intelligences. The first one is linguistic, second is spatial, the third is musical, fourth is interpersonal, fifth is logical mathematical, sixth is interpersonal, seventh is body kinesthetics, eighth is naturalistic, the intelligence with the environment, and the ninth one is practical intelligence. Now I'll explain a bit about all this. The first intelligence I spoke was about linguistic. A lot of people have got language intelligence, so they can become great writers, bloggers, things like that. They have the skill of the language. Then spatial people can become architects, engineers and things like that. They are able to think in 3 dimensions. Similarly, body kinesthetics, for example, I can tell you Kapil Dev or P.T. Usha or Carl Lewis or Sania Mirza. You take a lot of other athletes and things like that. They have got that kind of intelligence. Music intelligence, Lata Mangeshkar, and so many other music directors, they have that knack for the music. Similarly, intrapersonal is about self-awareness, emotional intelligence, that is that. Naturalistic intelligence is your connection to the environment, how good your connectivity of the brain pathways to that. And the other one is practical intelligence, is your common sense. How do you perceive the world with all these kind of intelligences? And there is another intelligence, interpersonal, which is in terms of networking, like leaders and all these politicians, they are very good at it. So each intelligence has got role models from which you can correlate and find out your own strengths and weaknesses. So this gives you your talent pathways also, because that wiring is unique to every individual. So you know the talents of each person, just write it down, you will know your strengths, weakness and talents, and then you can work it out with opportunities where you can fit into what kind of a thing, and that gives you your career boost. Because if you do the things which you like, you love, you are expert at it, you are bound to succeed. The second intelligence theory is by Dr. Sternberg of Stanford University. He is a professor of psychology there. He says intelligence is of three types: contextual, creative, and also practical intelligence. So with the matrix of these three, you are able to solve everyday's problems and interact with imagination and able to find out the why of every problem. That is the context. So with these intelligences acting with your memory clusters, because memory built over memory creates that awareness, helps you to enhance your total awareness, and with this awareness you will be able to cope up with your problems, with your solutions in this world and make difference to the lives of the people. Thank you.